you need to understand is you're being deliberately targeted. It's not an accident. These drug cartels that operate out of Mexico and are deliberately targeting. They already had market share in Chicago, LA, New York. They now say we need to expand our market, just like a business would. I think they're a sick business. But they said we're going to expand our market. We're going to go into communities and states where law enforcement agencies are not as large, and we can just flood them. And that's what they're doing. They're deliberately targeting us. So I think it's a multifaceted approach. First, I think we need to make more funds available for treatment. The president a couple days ago announced a new initiative to spend more money to make, and we're looking at it. It looks promising. There's also a bipartisan bill in the Senate and in the House that allows us to do that as well, to make it easier to get treatment, access to treatment. You will not recover from an opiate addiction without medical treatment. And depending on how long you've been addicted, it depends on the kind of treatment you need, but you're not going to be able to do it on your own. It's not one of those things you can go cold turkey, because the withdrawal from an opiate is very, very powerful. It needs to be medically managed. The detox needs to be managed. We've got to get people into more treatment, and that means removing the stigma. Going to people and saying, listen, you have a disease. This is not a crime, it's a disease that you have, and you need to overcome it medically, and removing the stigma and making it easier for people to get into treatment quicker. It's still hard to do it in some places, especially in rural communities and in smaller areas. And of course, awareness is important as well. A lot of people used to think, if your doctor gave you these pills, it can't be bad for you. And they were never warned that these medicines, you build up tolerance to an opiate. Opiates, you build up tolerance. And so one pill's not enough, you got to take 2, then you got to take 3, and before you know it, you're taking 8 or 10 or 12 because you build up a tolerance level, and to get the same impact, you got to take more and more. The second side of it is we've got to deal with these cartels. And that's why border security is not just about immigration. They are using vulnerabilities on the border to flood us with these drugs and these synthetics that are coming across that are creating this. That has to be dealt with as well.